Okay, in question 3, we're dealing with a sequence with these terms. We've got a definition, so we have a first term, and we have the recurrence relation, and k, which appears here, is a positive integer. We don't know what k is, so we're going to have answers in terms of k. That means k is going to be left in the answers. So what have we got to do? We've got to get an expression for a2 in terms of k. Well, we know what a1 is, and this enables us to work out a2 if we know what a1 is. So a2 is going to equal 5 times something plus 3, just as in the previous two questions, and you simplify that and you'll get an answer which will have k's in it from substituting your a1 value into that formula. Okay. Part B is a show that question. In a show that question, you're given the end point. So this is the end point. The starting point is going to be what we've just done. So we had worked out what A2 was. We want to get an answer for A3. So we work out A3 the same way we did for A2. We use this recurrence formula to work out A3 here. We need A2 there. Substitute in your previous answer and get an expression for A3, making sure you end with this. And you've got to be convincing, so make sure you do an unsimplified version and then end with this. You must get to where they say, but this answer on its own isn't worth anything unless you get there convincingly. But make sure you end with the endpoint they give. Okay, then in part C we've got to work out this thing. Now the sigma notation means the sum of terms, and the R values tell us it's from the first term to the fourth term. So we have to sum the first 4 terms. Well, we have the first term here. You worked out the second term. The third term you've already worked out, but we need the fourth term. So your first thing to do is to work out what A4 is, the same way as you worked out A2 and A3, and then to work out the sum of the first 4, you're going to do A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4. They've all got k's in them, but you're going to substitute your values in your expressions in here and simplify to a bit of algebra with k in. And then we've got another show that. Okay, we've got to say that this thing you've just worked out, so your answer to the previous part has got to be divisible by 6. So your endpoint is going to be saying, therefore, the sum from r equals 1 to 4 of AR is divisible by 6. They always give you the endpoint, and you always have to write it down. So that's how your solution is going to end. You've got to take your answer from before and show that the answer you just got is divisible by 6. And if you simplify this answer, you should be able to write it as 6 times a bracket. So if you think about what you need to multiply 6 by, terms in here that will multiply out to give you a previous answer, then as soon as you've shown that 6 times a bracket, where the thing inside the bracket is a whole number, is equivalent to your answer from before, then because you've written it as 6 times a bracket, you're allowed to write down it's divisible by 6 as your conclusion, and if that's convincing, then you've finished. Good luck.